Alright, so we have a road ahead. March 2022. We got, who's this? Doja hanging out with the Razor Crest. I didn't see the video, so I don't know what that's about. So let's get into it. Hey, all Table Heroes. Welcome to the March 2022 Road Ahead for Galaxy Heroes. We have a packed schedule for today, starting with details on the next title update, which contains a number of big quality of life changes for Grand Arena Championships. I hope so. Grand Arena sucks. It sucks because it's insanely imbalanced. It's not even... Oh my word. Insanely isn't even a strong enough word. The imbalance on this game mode is just... non-existent. That's the best way to describe it. Like I said, if you saw the video, I said I'm quitting Grand Arena. I did. I didn't sign up in either account, and then it came back to sign up again. I didn't sign up. I guess there's one going on right now. I don't know. I didn't sign up. I don't care. I'm not wasting my time. I try to do my best that I can, and it's always for nothing. All I ever do is lose, both accounts. And it's ridiculous. Like, that's not fun. Who wants to play something and try to do as best strategy as they can, both for defense and offense, just to constantly lose? There's even times where I come super close. You know, my opponent doesn't participate at all. It's like 1 hour left. And I didn't get a full clear, or maybe I do get a full clear, but I had to, you know, I screwed up in one of the battles and had to do 2 battles. And of course, then my dickhole opponent goes last minute and they blow me out of the water with their score. Like, it's almost like they were able to just, I don't know, underdog every single team that I sent on defense. And it's like, good thing I did all that work and tried so hard just to complete this stupid thing just so I can still lose. Like, that's not fun. and like... everything, how do I put this? It's always severely mismatched on the teams as well. Like, I think they try to match you versus based on GP, but it's like, you gotta have better metrics. You're a $1 billion game, literally. Like, figure your metrics out in a more intelligent manner. Like, I'm sitting at about 6.4 million GP right now, and granted, I haven't done a Grand Arena in a while, so last time I did, I was probably like 6.2, but anyhow, I might get an opponent that's at 6.7. Okay, so you'd say, well, that's pretty close. You're about the same, only 500,000 GP difference, which when you're at those higher orders, 500,000 really is nothing because the ships add on, Zetas add on, so, you know, it's kind of reasonable. But the difference is our gameplay strategies. I've been playing this dang game since day one, so I have a lot of useless characters that I've beefed up because of back in the day. Where this guy, my guy being my opponent, could be A, whale, B, had a different strategy, maybe started at a later time, and combine that with the whaleness, so that's why their GP's higher than me. And, like, they have 3, maybe even 4 GLs. I have 1. Supreme Leader Kylo. I'm working on my second one right now, but I only have 1. So how is that fair when I'm matched up against somebody with 3, possibly even 4 GLs? Like, I don't stand a chance. What's even worse, possibly, I say possibly meaning, like, depending on how you want to look at it, is in my second account, where I'm weak. I'm 2.4 million GP. It's funny, because I'm exactly 4 million GP away from my main account. But anyways, they will always pair me up against some absolute trash that there's no way I can even compete against. You know, I'm 2.4 million GP, and they'll pair me up against someone who's like 4 million GP. And I'm like, how does this even make sense? How is this what I got paired to? Like, my opponent will have a whole roster of Gear 13 characters, relic characters. And here I am with, what, 4? I have Papa Palp, Vader, Thrawn, and Kylo Unmasked. Those are my 4. And they put me up against somebody that has full squads that are relic. And, mind you as well, they have a ton of Gear 12s. I don't even have a ton of Gear 12s. I have, what, 4 relics and maybe 6 Gear 12s, 7 Gear 12s in that account? Like, it's a crappy account. So, yeah. They're mentioning again that there's going to be a big quality of life changes for Grand Arena. Yeah, we'll see. Maybe if these stupid changes come, I'll try Grand Arena one more time just to see if those changes actually matter. And if they don't, well, screw you, Grand Arena. I'm still done. Because it is by far the worst game mode probably in any game. You get some people that are pumped about Grand Arena. I know Arnold loves Grand Arena, but look, he's also good. he's a Kraken, so if he does lose, he'll just put thousands of dollars into this stupid game so then he can essentially, how I look at it, cheat for the next time Grand Arena comes around. Now he just boosted his GP a million or two. Boom, F you opponents. Now I'm OP. Well, as a regular player who doesn't do that, that don't work for me. Anyways, we've got the details on the Razor Crest final farm location, a very special rework, a new legendary character, and more. Okay, first off, half of this stuff we already know about. So the Razor Crest final farm location, I guess we don't have that yet. Well, we do have that yet, right? Unless they're going to say that they're going to put it in like Cantina or something. But for now, it's in Cantina shipments. You can buy it. Or no, not Cantina shipments. The ship reward shipments. So it already has a farm location. Very special rework. Okay, that would have been Mace, which we've already covered. A new legendary character. Okay. That one we don't know anything about. And more. I don't think so. I did a very quick preview on this. Very quick. Just kind of blasted through just to see if how long this was going to be. And I'm pretty sure it ends at the legendary character. So I don't know what you're talking about and more. You're just trying to make it sound good. They're like, oh god, we only have 3 things to talk about. But and more. That makes it sound like there's more. Oh, okay. Check out the video above or read on below. So let's get this party started. This isn't a video. Oh. What just happened? I clicked on it and it turned white. Okay. I don't want anything to happen. I don't know, whatever. We'll just continue on. Title update, Grand Arena Quality of Life. We have a huge title update for Grand Arena Championships at the end of this month. We looked at some of the most common complaints players had about the Grand Arena's experience and hope to address many of those concerns in this title update. The first major change focuses on deploying defenses with the new Edit Defenses tool on the Grand Arena Championship screen. Edit defense, leaderboards, rewards, resave roster, you've joined the event, blah blah blah. They chose somebody that's kind of crappy, Carbonite 3. Players will be able to set their defenses at any time before the setup phase finishes. You can even set them before a Grand Arena begins. The squads you set in the defense tool are stored between events as well, so you only have to set your defenses once and then update them as you get new units and upgrade your characters. The tool will also update the number of zones you can set as you move between different divisions and leagues. Huh. Well, I guess that's slightly cool. That doesn't address the imbalance issues that I'm complaining about. But that kind of does, give you more time to set defenses. You know what I mean? Like they say you can do it even before Grand Arena starts. So like right now it's like you got to sign in, you get 24 hours. Then you have to do defense 24 hours and then it's attack 24 hours. Now it's whenever. So that's slightly cool. The second thing is that you can actually save it. That's something that I've been meaning to try to remember. I always set my defenses and like I always just want the same defense. That way then I know I have the same offense and I know what I can use to play with. But I always forget what I set. And then I try my best to remember and then sometimes it maybe stalls my opponent. Like I had one time that I had Mon Mothma on there and it stalled my opponent. They had to do 3 battles. But I couldn't remember which area I had it in. It was at the upper wall, the lower wall was in the back. Because I felt like that was important to remember so I could possibly replicate those results. So this could be kind of cool. You can just save it and then what? It just automatically will deploy when the Grand Arena starts. So then that saves a lot of time in the long run too. Instead of wasting time to set your stupid defenses, they're just already there. Boom, done. Hey, it started. Boom, full defense is up. 4, 4, 3, 2. And it looks like you can also switch between 5v5 and 3v3. Which 3v3 sucks. As part of this new feature, one seemingly small but quite exciting change pertaining to GAC signups and roster lock. Wait, what? Did I read that wrong? That didn't make any sense. As part of this new feature, one seemingly small but quite exciting change pertaining to GAC signups and roster lock. Okay, that was the sentence. That doesn't make any sense. After these changes, players will be able to sign up at any time during the sign-up phase, but players can relock their roster at any time during the sign-up phase to update your GAC squads with the latest upgrades and mods. No more waiting until the last minute to sign up and lock your best roster. Hold on, what? So, wait. After this change, players can just be able to sign in at any time. But players can relock the roster anytime during the sign-up phase to update. Oh, okay. So I think what they're saying here is, so normally what happens is, you know, say you unlock a character during Grand Arena. It's like, you know, phase 2, you unlock your a GL. Well, you don't have access to that GL until Grand Arena is completely over. Then you have it next Grand Arena. Or in this case of the Mace rework, when the Mace rework came out, his update came out right after Grand Arena launched, which kind of seemed like such a dick move on CG's part. Like, you know what I mean? Hey, we're gonna upgrade this character, but you're not gonna be able to use it for Grand Arena. But it sounds like with this update, that won't be a thing. If you unlock a GL during, say, phase 2, you can update your roster so that on phase 3 you have access to that GL. Or, you know, in the case of this Mace rework, so maybe phase 1 you miss out, but then phase 2 you can just update it. Boom, now I got my updated Mace in there. So that's kind of cool. Like it says here, it keeps your team as best as they can be, which is, I suppose, a lot fairer. Or even something small like a Zeta. There's times where I've laid down a Zeta on a character, or even just upgraded their rank. Maybe they were, you know, gear 12, now I have them sitting at, like, Relic 4. And the next time Grand Arena phase comes around, I'm like, oh, sweet, I'm Relic 4 now, that'll make a difference. And then it shows them as gear 12 still, and I'm like, oh, that's stupid, I forgot that it doesn't update. But now it will. My character would be at the Relic 4 status, so that's kind of cool. You don't have to feel, like, slighted just because, oh, I didn't upgrade my character soon enough. Looks like they have an Omicron icon, too, that's cool. Because right now their method is stupid. They delete, or depending on how many Zetas a character has, like if they have 3 Zetas but they have 1 Omicron, they delete one of the Zetas, so it says they have 2 Zetas until you put the Omicron on. But like in this case, like Rose, she has 1 Zeta, so if she didn't have her Omicron, it wouldn't even say she had her Zeta until she got the Omicron on. So, that's cool. They're making Omicron icon. That helps, too, with remembering, because, I mean, right now I only have 3, but sometimes I'm like, who do I even have Omicron? Like, I just did one the other day, and I can't even remember who I did. I'm like, well, if there was an icon, that would make it so much easier. Anyhow, just really quick side note, just looking at this roster. First off, these are some weird teams. Like this top team, you have Akbar lead, but then you got Yoda, Night Sister, a Resistance character, and then another Jedi in there. That's super unsynergetic. Second off, it's incredibly weak. Level 65, 66, 73, 60. Only Rose is level 85. But then, she's also only just 3 stars, and that brings me up to question number 3. Why in the heck would you have your Rose Tico, Zeta, Omicron, and at level 85, but you got all these other characters that are way more worth it? Well, a couple of them, like Yoda at least. Put a Zeta on Yoda. Why did you put it on Rose for? Like, Rose sucks. And you went through all that work, you put the Zeta down, she's only 3 star. She's still not even viable. She's not viable in general at Relic 9. Never mind just 3 stars. What is this ridiculous team that they got here? And then on the bottom, at least that's all Rebels minus Cat. Oh, no, there's a Jedi in there, too. Luminara. But it's like, you got this relict Leia in the front, and then everybody else is just pathetic. 71, 67. What are these dumb teams? Anyways. There are a few other important changes with this title update that aren't directly related to Grand Arena Championships, but will be helpful in a variety of modes. Just like the recent update to show enemy squads on the squad setup screen, fleet battles will now show a preview of the fleet you are facing. Huh? Just like the recent update to show enemy squads on the squad setup screen, fleet battles will now show a preview of the fleet you are facing. What does that mean? I'm not understanding what that means. And just like the enemy squad preview, this will be visible in all PvP modes with fleet setup screens. There is one more quality of life item to mention. Players can now see which characters have an Omicron indicated by a new badge on character portraits. Just like Zetas, you can now see this on many screens in the game. Yes, we just did with that very powerful and worth it Rose. So in this one you have test. You have Rose with one. She's worth it. And you have Chief Chirpa. Oh, that's goofy looking though on this screen. They put it underneath. I don't think... Did this show Zetas before on this screen? I don't remember, because that kind of looks weird. Maybe that did. I don't know. The Omicron, though, is just sitting right there underneath it. The Omicrons affect character power now, too, because currently they don't. Your character stays exactly the same. I mean, if a leader ability Zeta is going to influence a character's power rating, even if they're not in leader slot, then I feel like an Omicron should as well. It's adding ability to the character, utility to the character, whatever word I want to use. Wow, this is coming out good. Whatever word I want to use. Anyways, all of these changes will go into effect after the next title update and will be available for the 4th season of the new Grand Arena Championships. Who's heading to the top of Cobra 1 this season? Obviously Arnold, because from what I understand, he was top 4 anyways, so... Unless he was just fluffing himself, I don't know. Anyways, when is the next title update even supposed to be? They keep talking about it, but they're not saying when. Razor Crest Blueprints. Many of you have been wondering where Razor Crest will land now that it has been out for about a year. Razor Crest Blueprints are leaving Conquest merchants to make way for upcoming units. While this ship will no longer be available in the Conquest store for crystals, you can pick up Razor Crest Blueprints and shipments for crystals or for Fleet Arena tokens in the Fleet Arena store. Yeah, I know. We already know this. Razor Crest Blueprints will continue to be available for Conquest currency and Conquest shipments. Conquest character shards will not be accelerated when these units move to their final farm locations. Okay. I guess that makes sense. It is kind of like a legendary-ish type character, so... While we are maintaining many ways to unlock Razor Crest, we are exploring a few other options in the future as more Conquest characters come up on their 1-year release anniversary. Yeah, and the other ones that are coming up on their 1-year release are at least cooler. Maul and Cat. I don't care about the Razor Crest that much, but Maul and Cat. Oh, yeah. Jawa Scavenger Update. Shifting gears, the Salvager will be experiencing some big changes. After the next title update, if you head over to the friendly but accident-prone Jawa in the corner of the cantina, you'll find he's now offering to craft gear for you. No more holding on to one character at G7 to craft specific gear to break down for relics. Wait, what? No more holding on to one character at G7 to craft specific gear to break down for relics. What does that sentence mean? It's also handy to look at recipes and prepare for your next character unlock. No more holding on to one character at G7 to craft specific gear to break down for relics. What? I don't know what that means. Unit update, Mace Windu. This party isn't over, Mace. It's just getting started. By far the most requested rework in Galaxy of Heroes' 6+ year history, we're excited to finally officially announce a rework of Mace Windu. Yeah, a bunch of things. First off, why has he been requested to be reworked? Because he's supposed to be good. He's Grandmaster status. He's like second to Yoda. Yoda's known for being, kind of OP. And Mace is like second to him. And the way that you used to have Mace, he was trash. So yeah, people were like, yo, this is not Mace. This is a wannabe Mace. Like, let's make him be actually Macy. Second, it says we're excited to finally announce him. No, you're not. For the longest time, you were telling the community basically to shut the F up. We're not doing it. We don't like reworks. We only like to do new characters because that's where the money is and yada yada. From what I also understand, they even said that they were never going to rework any characters. Which just further put it down the line like, oh, okay, so this really isn't happening ever. That's great. To anybody, not just Mace. And now here it is, though. They actually reworked him. So it's like, well, I don't know if there's just too much pressure, or you guys are just out of ideas, or if Mace is needed for something, and you figure, well, I guess this only makes sense to touch him up, but there's obviously some kind of alternative reason. Anyways, Mace has also received the Territory War Omicron ability in addition to some substantial kit changes, such as adding 2 moves and what have you. Each of Mace Windu's abilities have been upgraded, and he now has a new additional special and unique ability. We introduced the idea of the Shadow Point debuff for Mace quite a while ago, with the short-lived Territory War bonuses, and now it will be the centerpiece of Mace's new kit. Territory War bonus. Okay. Enabling everything from turn meter swapping to stuns to health and protection recovery, Shatterpoint will be a crucial part of Mace's new strategy. This rework also introduces a new buff, Resilient Defense, which works like a taunt but only lasts for a certain number of attacks. Mace will be the first character to utilize this buff, but expect it to return in the future. Oh really? Best of all, this rework is live right now. Yes, I know, it's been. Want to know more? Check out the full kit reveal I already have, and you can also check out the video that's on my channel. And an interview with the designer for the Mace Windu rework in the video below. Mace Windu reworked. Overhauled kit reveal. Interview with Doja Fett and CG Miller. Shatterpoint is back, baby. Upcoming unit. Legendary Grand Inquisitor. The Inquisition has begun. We introduced a number of new Inquisitor units over the past few months, and today we are announcing where that path to the dark side leads. The legendary Grand Inquisitor. While each Marquee Inquisitor targets a specific Jedi to take down, the Master of the Inquisitorius has the power to challenge Galactic Legend Jedi in Territory Wars. Oh, so the other guys can only do regular Jedi. He can take down the big boys, which is Luke and Kenobi right now. The Inquisitorius faction has focused on the new Purge mechanic, and the Inquisitor helps bring this faction to the next level by utilizing Purge to devastating effect. Outside of Territory Wars, the squad will still be a force to be reckoned with, particularly when facing Jedi opponents. You know, they say that, but in the marquee events, these characters seem like trash. I don't know about being a force to be reckoned with. They suck. The Grand Inquisitor will be earned from a new legendary event that will require 5 other Inquisitors. Oh, so there's going to be 6 total, including this one? We still have a few marquee Inquisitors coming to Galaxy of Heroes as we get closer to the release of the legendary Grand Inquisitor, so stay tuned to the forums for more information on who will be the next Inquisitor. His little smirk. Inquisitorius faction focused on the new Purge mechanic. Squad will still be a force to be reckoned with when facing Jedi. The Grand Inquisitor will be earned from a new legendary event. Stay tuned to the forums for more information. So, new legendary event. So, I would assume based on how you need all 5, obviously they're going to have to be probably like Relic 5, just like they did with Starkiller. And yeah, I would also assume that he's probably going to be a 7-star unlock. If he's getting like his own special event, I don't see why he'd only be 5-star. Then again, Gas was only 5-star, and that was an insane event, very challenging, just to do a 5-star. So who knows? Maybe he'll go through all this work and Grand Inquisitor is only 4-star unlock, which would be such a joke. Anyhow, thank you for reading, and I hope you have enjoyed the March 22 road ahead. We have a ton of exciting plans for this year, and we have more to share via the next road ahead in June. So it's March, April, May, June. 3 more months. Thanks again. See you on the holotables. That seemed pretty weak. They call this a road ahead? I thought road aheads were like beefy. You know, they tell you a lot of stuff. This was kind of weak. Like, I don't know. That's it? There's only like 3 things I talked about. And even the things that they did talk about, they kind of were just glazing over. Like this whole thing with the scavenger. I don't even know what half this meant. Just kind of, there it is. And the Inquisitor, yeah, we got a new event coming up. That's it. This is the whole thing on Legendary Grand Inquisitor. That's it. You can see it all here in one screen. Oh well. I guess that's all we got. So yeah, March 2022 road ahead. Hopefully the June one is sexier, and until, I was going to say until then, but I'm going to be making videos in between now and June. So until whatever comes next, I said see ya.